Assalamu alaikum, dear students and the viewers of online class of Ahmed Bawany Academy School and College. Good morning to all my students. We have been out of the class for the last 6 months. I always miss the classes, my dear students, my colleagues. And what is about you? I think you also miss your class, your friends, and your respected teachers. As you are sitting at home due to an unavoidable circumstance that is COVID-19. Hence, our Honorable Principal Sir has arranged the arrangement of online classes to help you to continue the studies. If you need any help, we the teachers of Ahmed Bawany Academy School and College are always with you. Today, the students of 9 and 10 can join me. Please get your textbook that is English for today, that is prescribed for class 9 and 10. Dear student, today I will discuss on lesson 3 of unit 5. The topic of this unit is nature and environment. We will discuss on lesson 3 that has the headline Man and Climate. Dear students, first look at some pictures. Look at the picture carefully. Carbon dioxide is all over the world, all over our atmosphere, our environment, which is detrimental both for environment and our lives. As human beings are the element of environment, so carbon dioxide is a threat for us. Next, you can identify these are some mills and factories which emit black smoke. Then these are called fossil fuel. What is fossil fuel? Fossil fuel is a kind of fuel that is naturally produced. The dead body of animals, the dead plants, trees remain under the ground, under the earth, and eventually they are converted to fossil fuel. So now we can start reading lesson 3 of unit 5, and you have already seen the pictures of carbon dioxide that is a threat for our life, for the environment. Then we see the horrible black smoke, that is carbon dioxide. And then we have seen some fossil fuel that also emits carbon dioxide. Now we start reading. Humans can neither change the sun's radiation nor the earth's orbit around the sun, but they can control the increase in the amount of greenhouse gases and its effect on the atmosphere. Now here is a term, greenhouse gases. What is greenhouse gas? it is a gas that absorbs শোষণ করে and emits নির্গত করে energy within a fixed temperature. What are the examples of greenhouse gas? Water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and ozone. The two first sentences, I repeat, humans can neither change the sun's radiation nor the earth's orbit around the sun. মানুষ পরিবর্তন করতে পারে না সূর্যের বিকিরণকে এবং পৃথিবীর প্রদক্ষিণকে, সূর্যের চারপাশে যে পৃথিবী ঘোরে প্রদক্ষিণ করে অরবিট, এইটিকে মানুষ পরিবর্তন করতে পারে না। But they can control the increase in the amount of greenhouse gases and its effect on the atmosphere. We have already seen the carbon dioxide, the black smoke of mills and factories, the fossil fuels, all produces greenhouse gases. That is a threat that is detrimental for environment as well as all living animals, living beings. So here the writer says, আমরা মানুষ যদি সূর্যের বিকিরণকে নিয়ন্ত্রণ করতে পারি না, পৃথিবীর প্রদক্ষিণকে নিয়ন্ত্রণ করতে পারি না, কিন্তু আমরা কিন্তু এই যে গ্রিন হাউস গ্যাস, এটির অ্যামাউন্ট পরিমাণটাকে কিন্তু আমরা নিয়ন্ত্রণ করতে পারি। এবং এই যে গ্রিন হাউস গ্যাস, কার্বন ডাইঅক্সাইড, মিথেন, নাইট্রাস অক্সাইড, এগুলোকে আমরা কন্ট্রোল করতে পারবো এবং এগুলোর যে প্রভাব আছে পরিবেশের উপর, এটাকে আমরা কন্ট্রোল করতে পারবো। Only during the last 100 years the carbon dioxide concentration has been raised alarmingly. কার্বন ডাইঅক্সাইড আশঙ্কাজনকভাবে গত কয়েকশো বছরে বেড়েছে। In the atmosphere, and we humans can be held responsible for this. So human beings, মানুষ, আমরা ourselves are responsible for the increasing amount of carbon dioxide. And what does this carbon dioxide, the greenhouse gas, do? They increase the overall temperature of Earth. You have come to the term that is global warming, বৈশ্বিক উষ্ণতা. The overall temperature of the Earth has been increasing in every 5 years. And what is counted that the overall temperature of Earth increases 1 or 2 degrees Celsius after 2 or 3 years. So for this increasing in the temperature, carbon dioxide is the main culprit. And who helps to increase the carbon dioxide in our environment? We, the human beings. Next, the main cause of the increase in carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere is the burning of fossil fuels. Here comes the term fossil fuels. I have already told that fossil fuels which are produced in a natural process, the dead bodies, the dead leaves, trees remain a long period under the ground, under the earth, and they eventually converted in fossil fuel. And after burning the fossil fuel, what happens? A huge amount of carbon dioxide emits. Since the end of the 19th century, industrial activities increased rapidly, giving rise to many factories. I have seen you a picture of a mills that emit a lot of carbon dioxide through the black smoke, and it started since the end of 19th century. These factories required energies which was produced through the combustion of coal. যেহেতু এই সমস্ত ফ্যাক্টরি চালাতে শক্তির প্রয়োজন, এনার্জির প্রয়োজন উৎপাদন করতে, সেহেতু they used coal, and this coal emits carbon dioxide. Besides coal, other sources of energy such as mineral oil and natural gas were also burned to heat our houses, run cars and airplanes, or to produce electricity. So we have to use coal, mineral oil, natural gas for our day-to-day life activities. To run cars, to produce electricity, all need energy. Nowadays, about 85 million barrels of crude oil are burned daily. প্রতিদিন আমরা বিপুল সংখ্যক বিশুদ্ধ নয়, এটা হচ্ছে ক্রুড অয়েল, অশোধিত অপরিশোধিত তেলকে আমরা ব্যবহার করছি টু প্রডিউস এনার্জি, to produce different materials in factories and mills. Every time a fossil raw material is burned, it releases carbon dioxide into air. So the main thing is the carbon dioxide. Any kind of energy can be produced through mineral oil, through coal, and the result is we have energy, we can get energy for our electricity to run our cars, but the bad effect is the carbon dioxide. Therefore, it is clear that more and more greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide are being generated worldwide by humans. So, all over the world, we, the human beings, are held responsible for generating carbon dioxide. Moreover, we are also strengthening the greenhouse effect by deforestation. Here comes another important factor, that is deforestation, বৃক্ষ নিধন। কার্বন ডাইঅক্সাইডকে আরও বেশি করে আমরা আহ্বান করছি, কার্বন ডাইঅক্সাইডকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। হাউ? By cutting down the trees, which means cutting down trees. Every year, enormous areas of forest are destroyed by people to obtain wood and to clear regions for mining and to create pasture. A huge number of trees are being cut down every year all over the world. Why? To obtain wood. Why is wood needed? To build our houses, to make our furnitures. Mining in the mines for coal or other mines means খনি। খনিতে যখন আমরা কিছু অনুসন্ধান করতে চাই, a vast areas are acquired and trees are cut down for mining, খনির কাজ করবার জন্য, and to create pasture. Pasture means তৃণভূমি, to feed our animals. This loss of the forest causes dual problems. দুটো সমস্যা তৈরি করছে এই যে আমরা গাছ কেটে ফেলছি। Trees that are burned down release large volumes of carbon dioxide gas into the air. গাছ পোড়ালে ধোঁয়া বেরোচ্ছে, and you have already known that the smoke is the first and main culprit of producing carbon dioxide. On the other hand, as forests absorb a lot of carbon dioxide from the air and deliver oxygen instead, we also destroyed an important storehouse of carbon dioxide when we clear forests. So, we are destroying the storehouse of carbon dioxide. গাছ হচ্ছে কার্বন ডাই অক্সাইড গ্রহণ করে এবং সেই গাছকে যখন আমরা কেটে ফেলছি, আমরা কার্বন ডাই অক্সাইডের যে ভান্ডার জমে থাকার জন্য যে স্টোর হাউস, we are destroying those. So here we have some points: greenhouse effect by the greenhouse gas, and then destruction of forest. So the human beings are held responsible for these two factors. Now we can move to the vocabulary. Some words are here: radiation, বাংলায় আমরা বলছি বিকিরণ, emission of energy, then orbit. This word can be used as noun as well as verb. কক্ষপথ, orbit, that is noun. অরবিটের আরেকটা হচ্ছে প্রদক্ষিণ করা, সেইটি হচ্ছে ভার্ব। কনসেন্ট্রেশন, যেটিকে আমরা বলছি ঘনীকরণ, জমাট বেঁধে যাওয়া অথবা কেন্দ্রীভূত হয়ে যাওয়া। সেন্ট্রালাইজেশন, কন্ডেনসেশন, অ্যান্ড দেন ফসিল ফুয়েল। I have already defined জীবাশ্ম জ্বালানি কিভাবে উৎপাদিত হচ্ছে, a natural fuel formed by natural process. মানুষের, পশু পাখির, গাছপালার মৃতদেহ দীর্ঘদিন মাটির নিচে থাকার পর they get rotten, and ultimately after hundreds of years they are converted into fossil fuel. Then crude অশোধিত, unrefined, unfiltered. Generate, the common two synonyms are produce and create. সৃষ্টি করা অথবা উৎপাদন করা। প্যাশ্চাৎ, তৃণভূমি, মিডল। রিলিজ, অবমুক্ত করা, ছেড়ে দেওয়া, ত্যাগ করা। অমিশন, ডিসচার্জ। কম্বাশন, দহন ক্রিয়া, পোড়ানো, বার্নিং। এনর্মাস, প্রচুর, প্ল্যান্টি, অ্যাবান্ডন। Then we will discuss some questions. These type of questions can be set for you to answer this from this particular passage. Number A, what is the main cause of increasing carbon dioxide level? The main cause of increasing carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere is the burning of fossil fuels. Fossil fuel যদি আমরা পোড়াই কেন আমরা? To generate energy. কোনো কাজ করতে গেলে আমাদের যে এনার্জি প্রয়োজন, শক্তি প্রয়োজন, গাড়ি চালাতে গেলে, এরোপ্লেন চালাতে গেলে, কলকারখানা চালাতে গেলে, তখন সেখান থেকে কার্বন ডাই অক্সাইড বেরোচ্ছে, এমিট হচ্ছে। How does industrialization cause harm to atmosphere? Industries require energy which is produced through the combustion of coal. In this way, industrialization causes harm to the environment. Then, question number C, why enormous areas of forest are destroyed every year? প্রতি বছর কেন বিপুল পরিমাণ বনাঞ্চল আমরা ডিস্ট্রয় করছি? Enormous areas of forest are destroyed every year by people to obtain wood and to clear forest for creating pasture. তৃণভূমি এবং তৃণভূমি তৈরি করবার জন্যে for whom? For the animals and to obtain wood. আমরা গাছ কেটে ফেলছি বিপুল পরিমাণে. How can we stop the emission of greenhouse gas? গ্রিনহাউস গ্যাসের এমিশনটা নির্গমনটাকে আমরা কিভাবে বন্ধ করব? We can stop emission of greenhouse gases by decreasing the uses of fossil fuel and stopping the cutting down of trees. The last one, what is beyond man's control? কোনটি মানুষের নিয়ন্ত্রণে নেই? To change the sun's radiation and the earth's orbit is to beyond man's control. Then there is another example of question number 2, multiple choice question. I have 5 for you. Coal is the one of the fuels used for energy, generating, reducing, combating, and lessening. The first one is the correct answer. Man has known to change the sun's radiation and the earth's orbit around the sun. Tendency, power, willingness, control. The correct answer is power. Then number 3, deforestation, greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect কে ত্বরান্বিত করছে? Abolishes, accelerates, decreases, refuels. The correct answer is accelerates. And then question number 4, what are the fossil fuel mentioned in the passage? Coal, mineral oil, natural gas. All the above. All the 3 are the examples of fossil fuel we have already read. So the correct answer is all the above. Electricity is produced during the 17th century, during the 18th century, since the end of the 19th century, during the 20th century. According to your passage, according to your text, the answer is the since the end of 19th century. So here you can see we are all in an atmosphere which is full of carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is a threat for our environment. As we are the main part of the environment, the human beings, we have to keep our environment from carbon dioxide. So here is the class for you from Unit 5, Lesson 3. I hope I can help to understand the passage, to understand the subject matter. So you can now answer the questions correctly, properly. But for this, you have to read the passage again and again to understand the every sentence of the passage. So keep studying at home. Be safe, be blessed. Thank you very much. Goodbye all.